Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because...
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be...
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to...
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse...
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a...
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so...
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man.
And what? Are you trying to console? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. It's just like last time. You even told me, in your eyes, the value if you truly regret my... Why didn't you give me the power to everything? Was it there are still so... If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father... It's not so much... Oh well. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia,
I'm fine.
you're right.
Now that I think of it, on the day...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain... That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? Yeah! And if that's what had happened...
I really think... All right.
Yeah! We're gonna make...
Do you want to go with me now? Great. Let's go then.
You're so happy just to see the sun again. How childish. Yeah.
Whoa! What a huge ship!
There's no need to... My father was the one who... A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
Paimon thought you were bluffing when you... Paimon was confused with... But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself...
Well, pues so... Maloose, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important... You said before that you still had...
You still remember?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Miss...
Could you tell us a bit?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could...
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce...
Yes, he did. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus, and if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia, and as he oversaw
Boss is uncompromised, not only that...
Yes, but recognizing the man's name was that night, but then... Sounds just like Lenny's. Looking back on it, though, I'm precisely, but considering it now, it's almost... You're right.
Jacques was an empath. I think this... On that note, however... Even though there's no...
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful, did he think I've never accepted that. I want to find...
Navia.
This is indeed...
So you do know something else, Maloose?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the... But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been so...
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare and the serial disappearances case caused him. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already, but as long as you remain, if something were to happen to...
Right.
As we've seen, Boss...
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look...
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as...
So he chose...
I'm afraid you're not understanding this. If Boss's spirit... I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
No. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose, but thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Maloose, what was the key?
It's when he was threatened. But if you want...
Why? If we know what...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting again. There's no telling, but a single... The worst case...
Then... And that...
Well, you saw...
But things...
You sound like you've put a lot of...
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of...
Thank you for all of that, Maloose.
Let me think. When I announced if the vendors, after several rounds... The first...
Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means, thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he hoped there's someone else like him too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in the beginning.
So... They're...
Yes, it's...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information. Although the guard, since Thierry...
I see. To think that the...
If you want to...
Of course.
You're too... And before I forget, proving Boss's in... After that incident, Jacques, if it might help...
Oh, thank you so much, Maloose.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work...
It is settled, then. Please excuse...
Thank you for arranging... Excuse me, miss.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her
I'm sorry that I only came.
If it's
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand.
I didn't know how to. I know.
I'm sorry. On the matter regarding...
Would you mind sharing it with me?
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me he had many regrets. So when Mr. Cap tried to...
They found out.
Papa didn't.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later. I don't know that for sure. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Khaled, even if he...
But Mama, Papa always.
Well,
Yeah.
then you should hold on to. Regardless of what.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak...
You really think so? That's.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the...
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard...
Yeah, I've heard.
It also... After my partner here, can you do me a favor?
After that, my first react when I got...
So you also...
Indeed. Reason being, but according to the... About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person?
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding...
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But hold on. He didn't even want to fake. Did he lose all...
About that, I'll tell you everything.
I understand. And if I met many people, but it was Mr. No matter...
Don't worry. You and all our other comrades... Hey, Thierry! It's...
Oh,
Oh,
oh, okay.
are you sure there isn't a...
I mean, callous to defend. It would be next to him.
Ah, yes. What happened at the Opera House?
Ah, if you want to go through...
That'd be much appreciated.
Of course. Why do you ask?
Well, you... So... if you...
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. If you try to make removing a they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, jokes aside, I'll be staying in this...
My guiding stars!
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Sure.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be. So
Oh, it's all right. I just wanted to talk.
yes,
Oh, you...
that's right. I also witnessed to beat the Hydro.
Oh,
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is.
Uncle Marcel.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh,
We were attacked on Arrhenius by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also, if not for the vigilant...
oh, you're giving us...
alas. But rest assured, Navia. If anyone did...
Thank you. Do you have any...
The confrerie was... Then I heard the sound of a gunshot.
Oh, it's okay. No...
Sounds good. All my wealth comes from Callus's...
Behold! We've talked to all three suspects.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
Anyway.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right!
According to Jacques...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective? Makes sense. Besides Jacques, it's obvious.
Do you think...
Given everything that... But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Florent? It is true that he was close, but...
So you're saying...
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he... Uncle Marcel, and with funds from... Still... Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business? Thierry, you say? But...
Yeah, if the mecha were...
Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel...
Could we be missing other...
The suspect is not... Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things...
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, we need far more...
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking...
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something...
Yeah. News came from Arrhenius just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
What? Is that...
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearance.
Wait,
That's what I thought. If the charge...
right. Because...
Yeah.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just since this is... You're right. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you.
We'll help you.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver.
We heard that you'll be leaving what? It's our hope.
See you then. Now that Navia has set out for Aranias, we should also get going. The location is... According to Malusa's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth... Ah, you're right. Navia's
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's However, in which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have I've got to admit, when I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding...
Hey! Don't you understand?
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too?
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant... In that case...
That case had nothing to do... Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to... But it was an exception...
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any... We can put that discussion aside for now. And if my...
Oh, a young lady has charged... So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me...
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia.
That person is... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières. Huh? What confrérie?
I've heard of them, but...
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that and if the...
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid.